If you're like me, then you know the feeling. Feeling like you've never belonged. Feeling like you were always different from everyone else around you. Feeling like no one in this world will ever understand you and you will never be normal. Feeling like you will always be alone. When we are children, we learn how to find community with others through things like games, toys, art, music, clothing, and food. We learn how to identify ourselves with the world around us. But for some of us, that process never goes as smoothly as it does for others. For some of us, learning to mold ourselves with the thoughts, interests, activities, and beliefs of our peers just doesn't feel right. And so, we learn how to hide in our shell. My relationship with my shell began when I started kindergarten. Among other factors that made me different from my peers, I was a very shy child. I found it difficult to share my voice with people that I had just met. I didn't have good jokes and stories to tell. I didn't wear the coolest clothes. I couldn't draw nice pictures or solve math problems. I didn't sing or dance. I just liked being outside and daydreaming. Slowly, I started to make a couple of friends, but I never really felt like they got me. And sure, my 5-year-old brain probably didn't even think about any of this at the time, but the feeling of being different was always there. As we grow and climb the social ladder in school, we learn where we belong and how to express our personalities in ways that our peers deem acceptable and that hopefully won't get us bullied. But being average, acting like everyone else, dressing like everyone else, and trying to fit within a specific niche within the social hierarchy just feels impossible to those of us who are called to do unique things. What does this all mean? Well, it means that I was always labeled weird, among other unkind names. I was too nerdy for the cool kids, and too cool for the nerdy kids. I liked art and music, but I didn't know how to develop the necessary skills that would have allowed me to create in a meaningful way. I was in band, but I didn't love it enough to practice and take it seriously. I liked sports, but not enough to try to join a team. And math and science just weren't my thing. And so I was labeled an outcast. This feeling of being an outcast leads many, including myself, to feeling lost. While everyone else around you seems to be enjoying life and doing all of the things that you wish that you could do, you begin to deal with the dreaded fear of missing out. Never being invited to parties, sitting alone at the lunch table, being made fun of in class on a daily basis, not getting dates with girls, were all things that I dealt with simply because I was considered weird. But looking back, I'm glad that I didn't fit in. As I've grown, I've learned to accept my weirdness. Over the years since school, I've dedicated my time to learning and developing my creative skills so that I can express myself through art and music. I have developed many self-care practices that have allowed me to find a deep sense of peace, happiness, self-love, and self-acceptance. If you're struggling with the feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you're too different from everyone else around you, feeling like no one in this world will ever understand you, feeling like you will never be normal, feeling like you will always be alone, be patient with yourself. And don't worry, you are not alone. In time, you will learn to find happiness with your weirdness. You aren't meant to be like everyone else. Being weird means that you were meant for far greater things than everyone else. Keep going no matter what people think of you. Always be weird, and remember, the sun is always behind the clouds.